Hello everybody, welcome back to Bullbosphorus. Here we are again on the ground at Norfolk, and today we are flying to Miami. Welcome everybody, I love everybody, man. How are you doing everybody? Ahmet Gucci, Brur Norma, Çiğ Köfte, and Elvis, Erdem, 737 pilot, Umut. Everybody welcome on board this live stream. Today, leg number 7 from Norfolk to Miami. Alright, with a 737, everything is set on the ground. And this is the runway where we're gonna do the takeoff from runway 23. Look at that beautiful day at Norfolk. And we're gonna use this runway for the takeoff. Alright, let's jump up into the cockpit and preparing the flight for Miami. Alright, firstly of all, we have to set how many passengers we would like to see in the aircraft. And nothing is working. Going to the unit rev page, to the FS actions, and we go to fuel settings. And we're going to use for this flight 60% fuel. Go to the payload. We're going to set 145 passengers in the coach class and 10 passengers in the first class. So we have totally 155 passengers totally. Yeah, buddy, it's a charter flight, a 737 pilot dock from Norfolk to Miami. Can you make the weather in Miami turbulent and stormy? No, buddy, we are using the real weather conditions of the real world. So, our next live stream, when we're doing a free flight, then we can do the weather conditions. We can change it. Alright? Lots of dangers. Merhaba dostum, hoş geldiniz. Welcome on board at this flight from Norfolk to Miami with a 737, a charter flight with Turkish Airlines. And we have already set fuel and payload, and the doors are closed. Going to the FMC, and we're gonna fill in the flight plan from Norfolk, which is KORF. From origin departing, and destination is KMIA, which is Miami. And as always, our flight number Turkish 980, and we're gonna take off from runway, I believe it was runway 23. Yes, it is 23. And let's open up our flight plan. First point is EDDYS. And our airway is Juliet 174. Juliet 174. And you know it, and funny seeing Turkish flying to Miami is all, yeah, buddy. You don't see the 737s, only the A320 and 777 Turkish in America. Yeah, buddy, but this is a special world tour, and it makes it special, you know. Flight sim, you can do everything with flight sim. And in the meantime, buddies, I have already purchased X-Plane 11 and Prepar 3D version 4.1. As you know, the last stream was about Prepar 3D version 4.1, and next time we're gonna do X-Plane 11 with some surprising aircrafts. Yeah, buddies, we have A350, A320, and 757, 767, everything we have got there, and the 777 also. So let's go. Alright, the next point is AR-24. I'm gonna fill it here, AR-24. And the last waypoint is Zulu Foxtrot Papa. Zulu Foxtrot Papa, and we put it here. Press on activate, execute, and we go to the performance unit page, and the transition altitude is always in US, is always flight level 180, and we're filling the zero fuel weight is 60,000 6,200 kilograms, and we're gonna use 2000 reserve fuel. And the cost index we put at 35, and flight level 340. Yeah, buddy, execute. And the power and one limits for takeoff. Let's select about 45 or 38 degrees, which give us 94.8, and climb 2 or climb 1 is okay. Takeoff, and the flaps will be 5 at takeoff, and center configuration is 23.3%, with the trim is 5.3, correct. And we have the V speeds 145, 174, or 47 and 153. Krastin King, merhaba, hoş geldiniz. Aleykümselam. Nasılsınız? İyisinizdir inşallah. And let's go to the climb page. We want to climb with 250 knots below 10,000 feet, and the cruise speed is 0.783 checked. And what we have got there for the economic descending, we want to descend with 279 knots and below 10,000 feet. We have 240 knots. Alright, looking to the progress page, and the landing time at Miami is 1690 Zulu time, so it's about 1 hour and 50 minutes flying from Norfolk. So that's right, and we have a remaining fuel at the landing is 7,700 kilograms. Right, let's select the departing runway was 23, and we're selecting from KISS R3. Execute, and arrival for our destination. We have several airports or several runways. Let's check the weather conditions. The wind is from 070 with 5 knots at Miami, with few clouds at 2,500. So east wind at Miami. So we're gonna land the aircraft on ILS 08 right or 09. We can use ILS 08 right. Alright, execute. And we checking our route discontinuity from Copra. We copy it and paste it here, and now the route is completed. N1 limits are set, unit rev page, everything is set. Alright, with 155 passengers on board. Alright, the takeoff speed was 155, we set to 155, and the runway heading 230 is set. And of course the course heading 230. And let's turn the flight directors. And now we can select our takeoff climb in thousands of feet. Let's do 3,000 feet per minute until 1,500 AGL. And after that we are climbing with 1,800 feet per minute. Alright, and let's turn on the traffic, airport and terrain. And let's listen to the weather information at our departing airfield.
Kilo Oscar Romeo Foxtrot Airport information. Echo 1351 Zulu weather. Wind 251 at 10, gusting to 15, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature 14, dew point 6, altimeter 3023. Advise on initial contact, you have information. Echo Kilo Oscar Romeo Foxtrot Airport information Echo 1351 Zulu weather wind 251
Alright, QNH is 3023.
15 visibility 10 sky clear temperature 14 dew point 6
Temperature is 14 degrees Celsius. And we've got the altimeter is 3023 is set. Bugünkü uçuşumuz Miami. Aslanım bugün Miami'ye uçuyoruz. Gördüğünüz gibi başlıkta yazıyor. Norfolk to Miami yazıyor. Işıklarımız açık. Işıklarımızı açtık. Let's turn on the anti-collision lights. Wing lights and the wheel lights is on. APU bleed, turn it on. Left and right packs off. Passenger size on. Left and right fuel pumps, we turn it on. Ignition starter to left, and we're gonna start with engine number 1. Alright, we are ready for pushback and start up. Alright, let's do it.
The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you haven't already done so, we request that you store your luggage and take your seats so we can have an on-time departure. For those passengers seated in a designated exit row, you may be called upon to open that exit in the event of an emergency. Please refer to the safety briefing card or the exit row information card located in the seat back pocket to ensure you meet the exit row criteria and understand the information. After carefully reviewing this card, if you believe you could be injured, do not wish to, or cannot perform the functions listed,
Alright, starting with engine
please
number 1.
notify a flight attendant. At this time, we also request that you store your electronic devices until we are above 10,000 feet. I will notify you when it is safe to bring these items out for use.
Release the parking brakes.
What device you can use on board today, please refer to the Welcome Aboard section of your My magazine. Thank you for your attention.
Alright, that was our greatest Hasta speaking. And the lights was turned on. We have squawk is 4201. As always, we put it there. And now we are ready for pushback.
Hi folks, welcome aboard. From Flight Tech, this is your captain speaking. We're preparing
Starting engine number 1.
button the ship up.
Evet, motor 1'i çalıştırıyoruz.
Should be pushing back here very shortly.
Dennis Okara, hello. Like your videos can help you me with the game link. Please check out the game link is below in this description.
Please prepare for gate departure.
Cabin crew, side doors automatic.
Alright, engine number 1 is stable. We're starting engine number 2. Alright, that's enough. Let's stop the pushback here. And starting engine number 2. Parking brake set. Alright, waiting for engine number 2. It's completely started up.
Now we ask that you direct your attention to the floor in front of each cabin, to the TV monitors for a brief Newport safety message about our missed cab.
Alright, RTO brake set. Flaps set to 5. Alright, flaps set to 5. And we've got our trim settings at 5.3. So we have to set the trim settings to 5.3. Alright, 5.3. Turn on the taxi lights. And after engine startup checklist, we do both engine start switches to continuous. And turn on the generators, left and right, and turn off the APU. Tamamdır. Hydraulic pumps on. APU bleed off, left and right packs auto. And prop heat to on, checked. Cabin crew, please take your seats. Auto throttle on, and we are ready for taxiing, so release the parking brakes. Evet kaptanlar, hepiniz merhabalar, hoş geldiniz. Yap gör, selam kaptan demiş. Aleyküm selam, hoş geldiniz Baris. Franklin, which application that is? That's the Turkish flight data recorder. It's from Turkish Airlines Virtual Aviation. Evet, Yalova'da da havaalanı var demişsiniz. Biliyoruz, oralara da geleceğiz yakında. İlk önce dünya turunu bitirelim. Ondan sonra gideceğiz oralara da. Alper Yılmaz, hello buddy, welcome on board my friend. How are you doing? Alright, now we are taxiing to runway 23. And Miami, here we coming, buddies. 1 hour and 50 minutes flying from Norfolk, the great takeoff. Caleb, hello, welcome. Welcome everybody. And I know guys, it's a different time in US now, it's in the morning. I know somebody's have to go to work and somebody's have to go to school, but you can also watch this after the live stream. And don't forget to smash that like button for Bullbosphorus. We go to Miami with a 737, a charter flight with Turkish Airlines. And as you know guys, we few days ago we did a live stream with prepared 3D version 4, and I've got another surprise for you. We have Explain 11, and in short time we're gonna do another live stream of free flights with Explain 11. So stay tuned on the channel. Maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow we do another live stream. So it will be great with Explain 11. I really like this graphics, and I'm sure that you also gonna like that. Alright, here is the holding point of runway 23. Runway 23. We are still on Charlie taxiway. Just hold it here at the hold point of runway 23 and parking brake set. Let's check out if there is any aircraft coming in for the landing. No aircraft seen on the runway. Alright, let's turn on the Charlie mode. And TCAS we turn all and send it to TARA is set. Checked. Right, now we turn on the position lights to strobe and steady. Set. Left and right pegs off. Auto throttle is on. Alright, there we are ready for line up and take off. Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for takeoff.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
Landing lights on. Power set 40. Toga power set. $80 knots cross check. Rotate. V2 positive rate and gear up. So that was a great takeoff from Norfolk. And we fly to Miami. Let's turn on the autopilot. A little bit turbulence. Alright, we are at 2,500 AGL. Let's do after takeoff checklist. Gear up and off. RTO brakes off. And we're waiting for the speed up. Engine start switches off. Left and right pegs auto. Flaps 1. There we have got flaps up speed. Now we can do flaps up. So that was a great takeoff. After takeoff checklist is completed. Evet, iyi yayınlar, teşekkürler. Evet, TCC Türk uçağıyla uçuyoruz. Türk Hava Yolları. Took off from Norfolk. We go to Miami. Evet, Türk Hava Yolları'yla da Miami'ye gideceğiz. Kim derdi bunu? 737 uçağımızla. Biraz türbülanslı gördüğünüz gibi. A little bit turbulence. Evet arkadaşlar, bu uçuş yaklaşık 1 saat 45 dakika sürecektir. 1 saat 45 dakika içerisinde Miami'ye varacağız. Birazdan inişimizi yapacağız, yani fazla uzun uçuş değil. And this is a short flight. It's not a long flight. Maximum flight duration is 1 hour and 45 minutes. And then Preparing for the landing at Miami. Here we coming, Miami. Discord'a get. Alright, looking in FMC, our first point is Copra, which it says 3000 above. And after Copra, we're making the turn to LAWNN at 1500 feet and making the approach there on the runway 08 right. So the next point is Copra, 3000 feet. We're going to select that when we're coming close to 10,000 feet and set the heading to 250. Set and checked. Miami is exactly straight. Evet, biraz türbülans bölgesinden geçeceğiz. Şöyle 2 dakikalık bir türbülans, fazla yok. Hafiften türbülans var. Alçalmaya devam ediyoruz. At the approach at Miami. Miami'nin altimetrelerini alıyoruz şu an. ...3010 gösteriyor. 3010 altimeters. We have set the altimeter 3010. Şu an deniz üzerindeyiz de halen. Alçalmaya devam ediyoruz. Gördüğünüz gibi bulutlar çoğalmaya başladı. Ve farklı farklı yüksekliklerde bulutlarımız var. Değişik farklı yüksekliklerde. Ve çeşitli bulutlar. Ortalığı biraz kapatıyor. Gördüğünüz gibi. Evet, 10.000 feet'e yaklaşıyoruz. Hemen 3.000 select yapalım. Selecting 3000 feet, which is the last waypoint. 3000 feet. And use a little bit the spoilers. Spoilerlarımız açık gördüğünüz gibi. This will be a great approach at Miami Airport. We're doing the world tour, and this is leg number 7 in the world tour. We took off from Norfolk Airport and we fly directly to Miami. And as you can see, Miami is surrounded with several clouds, and the temperature is 28 degrees for the landing. And we have choose for ILS runway 08. Which is now, we are flying parallel with the runway 08. And airport is coming close. Right there is 10,000 feet. Turn on the landing lights. Engine start switches. And close the spoilers, down the tent. Sultan FX tam zamanında geldim demişsiniz. Aynen tam zamanında geldiniz. Alçalmaya başladık. 10.000 feet altına yeni geçtik. Hoş geldiniz. Bulutlar da çok güzel. Really nice clouds. I like these clouds. We're selecting heading 260. Evet, iniş için hazır mıyız kaptanlar? Bir beğeni atmayı unutmayın. Şimdiden teşekkür ediyoruz. Beğenileriniz için. Evet, bugün kandil gecesi. Bu arada kandiliniz mübarek olsun. Allah tüm dualarınızı kabul eylesin. There is the city. Miami City. Let's use the spoilers again. And it's a little bit bumpy. $6,000 feet. And there is the airport. We have visual contact with the airport. Unfortunately, we cannot see it exactly because of the clouds and foggy weather. But the temperature is 28 degrees at Miami, which is a great temperature. You can see it a little bit bumpy. And we have to drop down the speed to 200. Evet, Miami biraz şimşek çakıyor gördüğünüz gibi. Some lightnings there at the left side and another lightning there. Above the city, some lightnings. Whoa, look at there, another lightning. And we fly in the clouds. So below 5,000 feet, and reducing the speed to 200 knots. Captains, we are approaching Miami Airport. We have choose for runway 08 right, and we have 11 knots wind from 070 with guests 50 knots. There it is, 215, and the flaps 1 speed is now, so we're gonna select flaps 1. Flaplerimizi 1 aldık. Çok güzel bir yaklaşma. Nice approach. Evet, afiyet olsun Orhancığım, yemek yemişsiniz, gelmişsiniz. Yaklaşmada şu an 3000 fite alçalıyoruz. Miami 28 derece. İnişe geçeceğiz şimdilik. Hızımız 200 knots'ta. Ve 3000 fite ulaştığımızda sola dönüşümüz yapıp ILS'e bağlanıp inişimizi yapacağız. Soldan uçuş başı 110'a geçeceğiz. Heading 110, left heading, and then final approach to runway 08 right. There is the beeping sound. 1000 feet to go for 3000 feet. Temperature is 25. You can see it here, 25 degrees. Close the spoilers. There's the point, and now we're turning, heading 110. Making the ILS approach. Miami. Reduce speed 180. Pressing 1 time on the approach button so we can make the ILS approach. Speed for flaps 5. Flaps 5 select. Right, we are on the localizer established on the ILS and waiting for the glide path. Evet, ILS'imize bağlandık. Glide path için bekleyişteyiz şu an. Glide path aşağı inmeye başladığında hızımızı daha azaltmaya başlayacağız. Miami, 28 degrees. Could you believe that? 28 degrees. Right, there is the glide slope comes alive. Let's turn it to speed 160. The landing speed was 156. So select speed 156. And there is flaps 15. Flaplerimizi 15 alıyoruz. And gear down. Gear going down. Flaps 30. Ready to land. We're established on the glide path, the ILS. Krustin, neden İngilizce konuşuyorsunuz? Çünkü izleyenler hepsi İngiliz fazlasıyla ve Amerika'da uçtuğumuz için izleyicilerimiz anlasın diye İngilizce konuşuyoruz. Eğer sorularınız varsa Türkçe sorabilirsiniz. Problem değildir. Biliyorsunuz bu kanal İngilizce ve Türkçe ve Hollandaca dil konuşmaktayız. (2,100 feet) runway in sight, and let's do a landing checklist. Gear down, green lights. Flaps 30, green lights. Spoilers armed, green light checked. And auto brake 2 checked. Gear was down. Engine start switches continuous. Landing lights are on. Strobe lights are on, checked. Cabin crew, take your seats. Prepare for landing.
Flight attendants, prepare for landing, please.
Evet, biraz türbülanslı. Alright, captains, make sure you are subscribing on this channel here below. Just hit the subscribe button and press that like button also. We are doing a world tour, and today is the landing at Miami, and next time we are flying to another island. So stay tuned on the channel and always liking this live stream. Thank you, and have a nice landing. 1,000 to go. Checked. Have a little bit wind shear. Continuing landing. İniş için devam ediyoruz. Turn off autopilot. Auto throttle off. $300 to go. Spoilers and reverse thrust set. 60 knots. Spoilers down and detent and retracting the flaps. And turn on the APU and turn off the landing lights. Exit runway from the right. So welcome at Miami, and 28 degrees and a great landing. Turn off the Charlie mode. Strobe lights off. That was a great landing. Omar Yosef, my friend, glad to see you. Also, welcome on board. Glad to see you, my friend. Welcome at Miami. And we are so close to your country, Trinidad Island. So welcome. There is the gate. Park and brake set. And APU on. And we turn off the engines. Left and right engines off. Taxi lights off. Fuel pumps off. Center fuel pumps already off. Passenger signs off. Engine start switches off. Position lights, everything we turned off. Anti-collision, everything is off. And hydraulic pumps off. And we turn off the probe heat and also the window heat. Alright, thank you very much, captains. There was another great flight. Thank you very much for watching this live stream. We do an instant replay and then finally ending this live stream. Thanks for watching. And I hope to see you next time again. Arkadaşlar izlediğiniz için çok teşekkürler. Bugünkü uçuşumuz Miami'ydi ve izlediğiniz için gerçekten çok teşekkürler. Bir dahaki sefere Miami'den kalkışımızı yapacağız. Hoşça kalın ve tekrar inişimizi izlemeyi unutmayın. Tekrardan görüşmek üzere. Bye bye.